How many of you grab your keys, jump in your car, and drive place to place, never thinking anything about how your car was manufactured or how the company that created your car was originally started? I can say personally that I do not. I can say also that I have owned multiple Toyotas, so researching this great company has allowed me to develop more knowledge of how the many Toyota cars that I drive has come to be. According to an article written by the Britannica.com, Toyota is a multinational automotive manufacturer with its headquarters located in Aichi, Japan. Toyota's corporate structure is considered to have 364,445 employees as of December 2019. The company was founded by Kikuta Toyoda in 1937 as a spin-off from his father's company, Toyota Industries, to create automobiles. 3 years earlier, in 1934, while still a department of Toyota Industries, it created the first product, the Type A engine, and its first passenger car in 1936, the Toyota AA. In 2020, Toyota has 42 different automobiles they manufacture and sell, from the small, compact Toyota Corolla all the way to the large Toyota Dyna. In this presentation, we are going to give you an insight of what some of the key components of Toyota as a company and some of the key aspects of their manufacturing, such as their creation of the Toyota production system, lean manufacturing, verbal communication, 5S workplace organization, and nonverbal interactions.
Now, the first point we will discuss is the Toyota production system. Toyota is so successful due to the many unique systems that they have created internally within the Toyota network. One of these systems is called the Toyota Production System, or TPS. Toyota themselves describe TPS simply as a production system based on the philosophy of achieving the complete elimination of all waste in pursuit of the most efficient methods. What the concept of TPS does is it tries to eliminate all the types of waste in a manufacturing setting. Now, I don't just mean trash or chemicals when I refer to waste. I'm talking about the waste of time, materials, movement of humans, cost, space, and so on. TPS takes all of these waste factors and tries to improve on them to make for a more efficient manufacturing process. Some of the types of waste that go on in manufacturing plants like Toyota that people don't generally think about include wasted material. Toyota has fully evaluated their excess material that is not used when manufacturing a car. For example, scrap metal. All the small pieces of scrap material that get cut off during the manufacturing process add up. Toyota has found a way to collect this metal so that it can be used to make future cars, which reduces cost. Another type of waste that goes on is the waste of movement. When performing repetitive tasks on an assembly line, the same muscles are used over and over, which can cause pain for the operators. Toyota has evaluated this situation and has re-engineered their assembly lines so that workers are not performing the same exact tasks that give them pain at the end of a workday. The third and final example of waste that most people don't think about is the waste of finished products sitting around. Toyota created the just-in-time philosophy that works by being in constant communication with their distributors. This allows products to be made just in time so that finished product is not just sitting around and taking up space. Having to store finished material costs money and causes the overall manufacturing cost to go up, resulting in reduced profits. Having a system like TPS allows Toyota to move material in a smooth manner compared to material stopping in phases, waiting for the next step of a process.
Along with the creation of TPS, Toyota has also created their own lean manufacturing program. The reason Toyota is so successful in creating such a diverse range of automobiles is their creation of lean manufacturing. Lean manufacturing is a methodology that focuses on minimizing waste within the manufacturing system, while simultaneously maximizing productivity. Waste is seen as anything that customers do not believe adds value and are not willing to pay for. Some of the benefits of lean manufacturing can include reduced lead times, reduced operating costs, and improved product quality. Mr. Shigo Shingo, a Japanese engineer that worked for Toyota in 1969, is a person that is known as the mastermind behind lean manufacturing. Mr. Shigo Shingo was hired by Toyota, and one of the first great improvements is that he designed a faster and more efficient way for assembly workers to change out their cutters and dies on the assembly line.
Now, along with lean manufacturing, Toyota speaks many languages to serve its employees as well as its customers all around the world. Verbal communication is very important. It allows each of us to interact and to understand each other. At Toyota, many forms of language exist. According to the Texas Toyota of Grapevine, Toyota speaks Spanish, Arabic, French, Vietnamese, Korean, Nigerian, Urdu, Hindi, Purdue Jab, Nepalese, German, and Tagalog, which is Filipino. This is unique that Toyota as a company operates on so many languages. Having facilities all around the world, Toyota does not communicate on a single language. They instead understand that they are culturally different across the world, so using a number of different languages shows culture differences from facility to facility. Now, along with the many languages used to communicate within the company, these many languages also help customers who don't speak English to communicate with Toyota employees when shopping for a car. Car shopping is stressful enough, so to have employees who speak multiple languages allows customers of different cultures to feel like they will still get the same excellent experience as someone who speaks English. This form of multi-language across Toyota contributes to why the company is the leader of the world in what they do.
With the many languages that Toyota speaks, they also have created their own 5S workplace organization practices. Another vital program that Toyota implements to increase their capabilities on their manufacturing floor is the use of a program called 5S. According to an article written by ASQ.org, 5S is defined as a methodology that results in a workplace that is clean, uncluttered, safe, and well organized to help reduce waste and optimize productivity. It's designed to help build a quality work environment both physically and mentally. The 5S philosophy applies to any work area suited for visual control and lean production. The 5S condition of a work area is critical to employees and the basis of customer first impressions. 5S is a very popular workplace organization method that was first developed in Japan. The true origin of the 5S is a little bit confusing. It was first officially introduced in the 1970s in the Toyota Motor Company. Many people make the argument, however, that the concepts behind 5S began far back as the 16th century, when Vincent shipbuilders worked to streamline the assembly process using a method quite like 5S. They managed to build ships in just hours rather than days or weeks. Having this method in place increases productivity. Being in the FAME program, we can say that we are subject matter experts on 5S. In the summer of 2019, we both completed a 5S workplace organization project at our sponsoring companies. So mine was a flammable cabinet out on the line that you could see that this first picture was before I started my project. There was just a lot of unwanted materials in there. So I decided to get a list of materials that we wanted to put in the flammable cabinet and put labels on each spot where they all go. That way, when we need the materials, they are ready to be used.
Now, my project was a cabinet back in our lab, which is behind our shop. As you can see on the left picture, the cabinet is completely cluttered and almost unusable. Now, this is embarrassing on our company because we had customers that needed personal protective equipment or PPE when we would run lab tests. Things like gloves and masks are items that customers would need to get out of this cabinet so that they could protect themselves during a lab test. And after going through all the 5 steps of 5S, as you can see on the right, the picture is much more clean and clear so that customers can get what they need in seconds compared to minutes. Now, as well as creating a 5S program, Toyota has created a unique ways to communicate non-verbally. Because of the size of the company, Toyota uses many formats in which to communicate without face-to-face verbal communication. A big form used to communicate in a Toyota manufacturing plant is that of a continuous improvement board. The continuous improvement board allows employees to make aware of a problem, whether it be a safety issue, machine problem, or a trip hazard. The advantage of a continuous improvement board is to make quick note of an issue to get back to work. In other companies, employees would be expected to find their manager right away, in which that manager could be on the other side of the plant. This causes wasted time, and the use of a simple continuous board is effective because everyone sees it every day and allows workers to get a message across without having to verbally communicate it. Another form of nonverbal interactions is the use of hand signals when communicating with a fork truck. A manufacturing plant can be very loud with all the machinery running. So to communicate with a worker of a fork truck, workers use a unique set of hand signals that allow communication between a worker on foot and a worker on a fork truck. This is a lot more effective than having to speak at the top of your lungs to be able to hear each other in a loud manufacturing plant like Toyota. In conclusion, Toyota is a very culturally diverse company. Their self-created methods have set them apart from all the other competition. Today, we have discussed the Toyota production system, lean manufacturing, verbal communication, 5S workplace organization, and nonverbal interactions. Each of these elements contribute to the unification such as diverse cultures that has created the Toyota company that we all know today. Without these elements, Toyota would not be the same company. Toyota has proved that culturally diverse societies can unite and achieve a common goal. So next time you get in your car, take a moment and think about all the different culturally diverse people that came together to achieve a common goal. This goal being in making a vehicle that advances the way that we connect to others.